A grandma has caught something quite terrifying in her granddaughter's room.
A morning that I woke up and I had felt like someone's hands were around my neck.
Do you think what's in that house is evil?
Yes, I do.
Meet people who lived side by side with unseen presences. Be it a childhood imaginary friend, or the unwanted demon staying around.
Who are you?
Hang on for the insane stories of people surviving with their dark companions that shocked everyone. Yokai on cam. A man living in a small Tokyo apartment with his girlfriend has been experiencing constant strange occurrences. Desperate for answers, he started recording the unsettling events. From unexplained noises to objects moving on their own, he's left wondering why this is happening. Some believe these disturbances are caused by the spirit of a woman, either one seeking revenge or one who doesn't know she's not alive. Could it be a former resident, unable to move on? It seems this restless spirit may haunt anyone who lives in the apartment, leaving them in fear. Haunted doll moves. In Mexico, a house camera caught a little girl playing with her dolls. To her left, there was one doll she wasn't really paying attention to. It just sat there. But then, out of nowhere, its head started to shake on its own. The girl was so caught up in her game that she didn't even notice. It was one of those moments that made you think, you never know what's around you, quietly watching. Who knows what kind of strange energy might be creeping nearby? Creepy presence. This story continues with the same little girl from the previous video. She was sitting at her desk this time, doing her homework, and everything seemed normal. But then, something strange happened. The papers on the desk started moving on their own, which seemed odd but not impossible. The room was airtight, with no air circulating, making it even more confusing. The girl, frightened, quickly ran out of the room. A few moments later, she returned, only to witness all the papers suddenly fall to the floor. She ran away again, and as she did, the photo frame and other items on the table crashed to the ground. Even the table itself began to move slowly. It became very clear. There was some demonic presence in the house, causing these strange and unsettling events. Creepy footage.
There it is.
While a homeowner was setting up his new doll, he couldn't shake the feeling that it was different from the others. To capture his suspicions, he recorded the doll on a shelf. As he watched, he could clearly see the doll's head slowly tilting, as if it was aware of what was happening around it. It was unsettling, and the homeowner couldn't deny that there was something strange going on. Many believe that dolls can be easily possessed by spirits or demonic entities, and this footage seemed to serve as proof of that terrifying possibility. Good morning. A TikTok user uploaded a bizarre video of a woman sleeping peacefully in her bed. Suddenly, she woke up, and when she looked at the camera, her face was terrifying. Her eyes glowed eerily, and her mouth was wide open, as if she was screaming. Though no sound was heard, her expression was unnatural and filled with horror. After a few moments, she fell back to sleep, but her appearance was far from human. It was clear from the footage that she wasn't just sleepwalking. Something far more sinister seemed to be at play. It was surely a ghost. Hanging spirits. One evening, a father walked into his son's room and found him drawing. Curious, he asked what his son was drawing. The boy pointed to the left side and said it was a man. Surprised, the father asked why he had drawn that, and the boy explained that there was one hanging there. He then pointed towards the ceiling, but the father saw nothing. The boy continued, saying that it sometimes comes at night and disturbs him while he is sleeping. Creepy sighting. A man records his young nephew as he shouts at something on the wall. The child's reactions go on for what feels like forever, caught between nervousness and excitement. At times, he even backs away, like something unseen is scaring him. What's truly unsettling is that the boy is completely focused on the blank wall, as if there's something only he can see is there. It looked like some kind of dark, demonic force, and it was clear the child could feel its presence. The footage left everyone who watched it with an eerie sense of dread. Toddler sees a ghost.
Do you see somebody there? Oh, do you dare?
In a video, a toddler girl was seen playing, just like any other day. But there was something odd happening. The girl was looking up, following something that wasn't visible to anyone else in the room. She even reached up with her hands, as if trying to touch it. Her parents were nearby, but they didn't notice anything unusual. It was clear that whatever she was seeing, only she could see it. The video left everyone wondering what exactly she was looking at, as it seemed like no one else was aware of it.
Oh, are they leaving? You're following them, huh?
Child ghost. A man heard strange voices coming from his washroom when he noticed a kid's face peeking from behind the door. Curious, he walked over, thinking the child needed him, but as he approached, the face vanished, gone in just seconds. There was no one behind the door. The man was left standing there, confused and unsettled. It looked like the spirit of a ghostly child caught on camera, disappearing as quickly as it had appeared. Could this really have been a haunting? Or was it something else entirely? Whatever it was, it certainly created an eerie atmosphere. Black-eyed children. An eerie video from a few years back shows a child innocently playing in front of a mirror. At first, everything seems normal until the child turns their head. For a split second, the reflection remains facing forward, even as the child looks away. Then, almost as if realizing the delay, the reflection quickly catches up. Some viewers brush it off as a glitch, but others can't shake the feeling that it hints at something more unsettling, a mystery in the glass. Enough reason to leave.
Hello?
One evening, a man heard loud knocking sounds coming from his living room, which immediately caught his attention. He started recording as he entered the room, hoping to figure out what was causing the noise. But then, things took a scary turn. Objects began moving on their own, and a swing in the corner started swaying as if pushed by invisible hands. The strange activity only seemed to grow, filling the room with an unexplainable energy. Whatever was happening left him with the feeling that his home wasn't as empty as it appeared. Shadowy figure. In a video showing his basement, a man and his friends prepare to sleep. But what happens next is terrifying. As he looks into a bedroom, he spots a tall, dark figure standing inside. Shocked, he turns on the lights, but when he looks again, the figure has vanished. The footage becomes even more scary when slowed down, revealing the figure appears to be wearing a hat, something many people around the world have reported seeing during sleep paralysis, well known as the Hat Man. Dog's spirit. In this clip from 2022, we see a touching moment as a young girl scatters her dog's ashes into a river. Before the ashes hit the water, something truly unexpected happens. The ashes momentarily form the outline of a dog, almost as if her beloved pet was paying her a final visit. This heartwarming moment was caught on camera by her mother, who couldn't believe what she was seeing. Divine or not, it's a scene that feels like a last goodbye from a loyal friend. It's no wonder this video has struck a chord with so many. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Ghost caught on camera. One day, a mother was filming her daughter as she enjoyed a piece of cake. The little girl was happily absorbed in her treat when she suddenly mentioned that someone had arrived. The mother, surprised since no one else was around, tried to reassure her, but the girl kept pointing toward the mirror, insisting she saw someone. When the mother took a closer look at the screen, a faint shadow appeared on the top left corner of the mirror, something that resembled a person. Then, as she turned to see what her daughter was pointing at, a face appeared on the camera, alarmingly close. Frightened, she quickly left the room with her daughter. It was as though this mysterious visitor could only be seen through the camera, as if it was meant just for them. Cemetery ghost.
The camera, this kid caught my eye. Couldn't even see her face, so I just focused on this kid.
A seemingly ordinary family vacation took an unexpected turn in the cemetery of Georgia, when Jesse Greathouse, a curious teenager, captured the haunting ambiance of the cemetery established in 1750. As he explored the graveyard, his camera zoomed in on tombstones, also revealing an unexpected scene, a youthful specter running after a shadowy woman. His family was convinced of the authenticity, and they examined the footage carefully. They notice its ghostly leap on a tree before disappearing into the unseen. Skeptics question its legitimacy, yet Jesse, with only a basic camera, insists on its originality. Which side are you on? Let me know in the comments below.
Hold on.
Imaginary friend.
Let's go to dinner.
One evening, a home camera recorded a little girl having dinner while chatting happily to her left, as if someone sat beside her. The room was silent and empty, but she looked completely at ease, laughing and speaking as though she had company. There wasn't anyone else around, not even a shadow, yet the girl acted as if she had a friend right there. Her calmness made the moment even stranger, and some wondered if she was talking to a ghostly friend, one only she could see.
I don't poo-poo.
Ghostly shadow. Deep in the Amazon forest in Brazil, a group of travelers came across this chilling sight. A quirky spot without people or machinery. It sure looked like it was abandoned. However, the actual twist here is, when a ghostly figure appears in some distance, transparent and almost ethereal, the figure emerged from behind a tree, lingered for a fleeting moment, and then vanished without a trace. Luckily, one of the travelers captured the surreal encounter on camera. Even after attempts to relocate the spectral figure, it remains elusive, adding an unexpected twist to their Amazon adventure. Could they have accidentally captured the spirit of the forest? Monster Uncle. Routine naps in this Georgia home turned into an eerie encounter when the mother of these kids witnesses this unsettling sight while monitoring them through a safety camera. The synchronized pointing of tiny fingers towards a seemingly invisible entity on the wall. A ghostly figure, invisible to the adult eye, causes the hasty retreat of the toddlers behind a closet. The perplexing incident repeats itself after a few nights, with a ghostly figure making a spectral appearance on camera, awakening one of the triplets. After this event, the mother wonders if this is the vivid imagination of the toddlers or a ghostly presence is actually lingering in their house. Horned demon captured.
Tori Mackenzie is begging for help online after capturing what she describes as a demon standing over her grandchild's bed.
A grandmother, concerned after noticing her granddaughter talking to something invisible at night, set up a motion-activated camera in the room. Days later, she checked the footage and froze. A figure with a horn-like shape on its head and long claws stood next to the sleeping child just before 3 a.m. In an attempt to cleanse the house with oils, the situation only grew worse. Cabinets and curtains moved on their own, and eerie music started playing by itself. The unsettling discovery left her terrified for her grandchildren's safety, unable to explain the terrifying presence.
The creature is captured standing awkwardly, looking upwards just before 3 a.m. Miss Mackenzie claimed cabinets and curtains opened and closed, and music began to play by itself.
Haunted playground. A dad recorded something strange, a swing moving back and forth all on its own. The area was calm and still, with no one around, yet the swing continued to sway as if someone invisible was sitting on it. He watched in disbelief, trying to make sense of the eerie sight. With no explanation, the unsettling footage left him wondering what could have caused the swing to move. It was a mystery that remained in his mind long after the video ended.
I want people to know that it's authentic. nothing's been manipulated. It's the real deal.
Creepy stalker. During a family dinner in Japan, a wife was casually filming her husband. Everything seemed normal. Until there, on the left side of the frame, a pale face appeared, peering at them from the other room. Its expression seemed unnervingly focused, as if watching their every move. No one had noticed anything unusual at the time, making the discovery even more scary. The eerie presence left the family questioning what, or who, had joined them at dinner that night. Ghost dogs. A camera set up in the backyard caught a dog playing happily outside, but something strange was on the video. The dog wasn't alone. It looked like it was playing with another dog, but this one was different. It was a shadowy, ghost-like figure that didn't seem real. This strange sight confused everyone, especially when more weird things started happening around the yard. Whatever this figure was, it seemed to be with the dog, making the whole situation feel really unsettling. Supernatural force. A resident was walking down the corridor when a dark, shadowy figure suddenly appeared in front of him. Surprised and scared, he tripped and fell. But then something even stranger happened. The dark figure reached out and seemed to pull him along the floor. Just as quickly as it had appeared, the figure vanished. Terrified, he ran off, shaken by the ghostly encounter that left him questioning what he'd just experienced. Ghost Girl. Bizarre footage from Japan surfaced, showing a group of friends noticing a pale girl sitting alone in a quiet restaurant. At first, they thought nothing of it, but soon after, the girl began following them on the subway. To their horror, they spotted her across the tracks, waving at them. The friends stood frozen, horrified by what they had just witnessed. With no doubt in their minds, they were certain they had seen a ghost. Creepy sighting. A video from Japan showed two schoolgirls getting ready for their day. Everything seemed normal until something strange appeared on the right side of the frame. A shadowy figure standing silently, watching them. The girls didn't notice, but the camera captured it clearly. After a few moments, the figure vanished, as if it was never there. With many ghost sightings reported in Japan, this eerie moment adds to the scary list of unexplained encounters. Scary entity. After a family lost their house to an incident, the team of investigators arrived to inspect the ruins, capturing footage of the destruction. But as the camera panned over the rubble, something unsettling appeared, a ghostly human shape. If you listen closely, faint cries can be heard, and the figure seems to move toward the camera. Many believe this could be the spirit of one of the tragic residents who perished in the fire, forever lingering in the place they once called home. The eerie footage left everyone in shock. Railway tracks, ghost. While traveling on a train in Japan, a young girl recorded something eerie on her phone. As the train moved along, she noticed a figure standing on the tracks. The creature had black hair and was dressed in a flowing white dress, a common appearance for ghost sightings in Japan. The girl couldn't believe her eyes, and neither could anyone who watched the footage. It was clear that what she had captured was no ordinary sighting, a ghostly figure of a woman standing in the path of the train. Haunted garden. A group of friends gathered in a peaceful garden, enjoying the warmth of the day and laughing together. As they admired the beauty around them, they didn't notice the shadow stalking nearby. It wasn't until they turned that they saw her, their school friend, now a ghost, silently joining them. First, she appeared in the bushes, and then, as if she had never left, she stood just behind them. The sight left them frozen, a bittersweet reminder of the past they had once shared, now forever marked by her presence. Scary encounter. Two friends were out for a late-night walk, enjoying the cool air. One friend was recording as the other walked ahead, not paying attention to the ground. Suddenly, he slipped and fell. When he got back up, he froze in shock. Standing before him was a figure dressed in white, with pale hair and a terrifying face. The figure stood there for a brief moment before disappearing, as if it had never been there. It was one of those eerie moments that ghosts seem to do best, leave you questioning what you just saw.
Yeah.
Ghost auditioning. A video surfaced showing a woman practicing her singing in front of her teacher. As she sang, a sudden, loud scream echoed through the room, making both of them terrified. They rushed outside to investigate, but as they stepped out, the camera fell to the floor. Just before the video ended, a ghostly face with black hair and a creepy white face appeared in the frame, remaining for a moment. It was as if whatever had screamed was watching them all along. The eerie scene left everyone wondering what had truly happened in that room. Birthday ghost. During a lively birthday party, the lights were dimmed so the birthday girl could blow out her candles. As the room settled into darkness, something strange appeared on the screen. In the top right corner, for just a second, a face flashed into view. It wasn't clear at first, but it seemed like a ghostly figure was stalking in the shadows, silently watching the group. The brief moment left everyone uneasy, as if whatever it was quietly observing, almost waiting to make its presence known. Peeking ghost. A girl was casually making a snap when something odd caught her eye in the background. On top of the door, a pale white face appeared, silently watching her. It was unmistakably a ghostly figure, but she didn't notice it at the time. When she later checked her snap, she was shocked to see the eerie face staring back at her. The moment left her unsettled, wondering how it could have been so close without her even realizing. Kitchen ghost. A strange video surfaced showing a woman behaving oddly in a room. First, she awkwardly climbed down from a table, moving in an unsettling manner. Then, she roamed around, watching TV, eating things, and acting completely out of place. When she heard the owner of the house coming, she quickly hid. As soon as he left, she resumed her bizarre behavior, eventually climbing to the top shelf of the room to hide. The whole scene gave off a creepy vibe, leading many to wonder if she was being controlled by some sort of spirit. Ghost dropping by.
Passed on for 2 years now. Miss Abigail she died 2 years ago.
A security guard in a store was caught on camera talking to someone who wasn't there. The lady monitoring the cameras noticed this and asked him who he was talking to. The guard mentioned a woman's name, but when the lady told him that the woman had passed away 2 years ago, the guard was shocked. He asked if she could see her, and the lady replied that she couldn't. Realizing he wasn't speaking to a living person, the guard quickly ran away, realizing he had just encountered something far from ordinary. Haunted road. While driving along Highway 57, a man noticed something strange on his truck's camera. A lady dressed in white scrubs appeared, walking towards him on the side of the road. But when the man reported the sighting and police checked the traffic cameras in that area, they found no trace of anyone. After reviewing the footage, it was concluded that the man may have captured the presence of the lady in white, a possible residual haunting still wandering the highway long after her time. Scary entity. Late one night, a man was startled awake by strange sounds coming from his office. When he went to check, he saw a dark silhouette standing by the window, but as soon as he turned on the lights, the figure disappeared. Living on the second floor, it was impossible for anyone to be standing there unless they had somehow climbed up the wall. The unsettling video, uploaded by an unknown source, has never been explained, leaving the bizarre event shrouded in mystery. Ghost in hallway. This man's usual day transformed into a harrowing experience, and it was all captured through the lens of a CCTV camera. He was just walking through a hallway when an unseen force thrust him to the ground. Now I know it's hard to believe, but the CCTV footage shows a ghostly entity pushing the man and just as swiftly disappearing. Why it happened is still not known. It was probably a haunted hallway, or the man had some invisible enemy that dragged him. Whatever it was, I hope that he's doing okay now. Mysterious figure. A video surfaced from Iraq showing a large crowd participating in a ritual. As the camera moves, it focuses on a figure that looks like a person, but as it gets closer, it becomes clear that it isn't human. It's made of light. The glowing figure appears to be performing the same movements as the people around it. Many believed it to be a miracle. However, the video was shaky and blurry, making it difficult to tell exactly what it was. Still, it was a sight that left viewers wondering if it was truly a divine occurrence. Spooky unseen force.
Whoa!
A mom was recording her toddler girl, capturing a sweet moment as she laughed and played. But then, something strange happened. It looked like an invisible force grabbed her from behind, knocking her to the ground. The little girl fell, seemingly pulled by something no one could see. But the strange thing was that no one was there. No sound, no sign of anything that could have caused it. It was as if an unseen presence had taken hold for just a moment. The question remained, what exactly happened in that instant?
Whoa!
Sleeping baby. A mom was shocked and scared when she saw a strange image on her baby monitor. The screen displayed what appeared to be a ghostly figure lying next to her sleeping child. The figure seemed almost lifelike, staring right at the baby. Terrified, she quietly entered the room with a flashlight, fearing the worst. However, when she got closer, she realized it wasn't a ghost at all. Her husband had recently changed the sheets and forgotten to put on the mattress protector. The image on the monitor was actually a reflection of the baby's body on the protector, creating a ghostly illusion. She sighed in relief, joking that she couldn't believe he had done that. Child sees spirit.
What'd you see?
A video appeared showing a baby girl playing with her mom when, suddenly, the little girl froze and looked around as if she saw something. Her mom didn't notice anything, but the baby seemed a bit scared, looking around as if there was something there. It was strange, because no one else could see what had caught the baby's attention. The video left everyone wondering what had spooked her, even though it was invisible to her mom.
What'd you see?
Spooky encounter.
What's that?
A man checked into a hotel room only to discover a hidden hatch. Curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to open it. Inside, it was pitch black and eerie, the kind of darkness that felt unnatural. As he peered into the void, two bright, glowing eyes suddenly appeared, staring back at him. The sight sent a wave of fear through him, and he quickly slammed the hatch shut, his heart racing. What or who was watching him from that dark, forgotten space? The mystery remained, leaving him uneasy for the rest of his stay.
What's that?
And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. A father and his daughter were playing together when the girl suddenly stopped and said her friend wanted to play with her. She pointed toward the swing. As the father moved the camera in that direction, he was shocked to spot a small, dark face of a little girl staring directly at the camera. The appearance of the face was sudden and eerie, making the moment feel unsettling. The strange sight left everyone who saw the video feeling unnerved and scared.